My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Vault of the Void. Let's jump into a new game, specifically into normal. We have completed the introduction. We did it in the last run. We'll start a run. Now, I have all of the characters and all of their decks unlocked at the moment, so I'm not restricted to specifically doing the blade again. And in fact, because we did them in the last episode, I'm going to avoid them. I think... Let's go from right to left. No, let's go from left to right. We'll start with the Enlightened here. We have Mindfulness and Martial, two different types of decks. The Martial deck heavily utilizes Future Strike, which are strikes that you set up to occur on later turns. And then Mindfulness heavily utilizes She, which is a mechanic that if the She of a unit ever overwhelms its amount of HP, they instantly die. It has a couple of other effects as the units lose their HP. I think I'll go Mindfulness. So we'll actually quickly go through She. Whenever a creature's She exceeds their remaining HP, they're destroyed, transferring 50% of their She between all remaining creatures. Creatures also suffer 1 fatigue when She first exceeds 50% of their remaining HP. It's unaffected by vulnerable, and it's not considered a debuff. We'll talk about fatigue as we get into the run. There's also Ghost there. Whenever you play a card with Ghost, a volatile copy will be added to your hand. The volatile copy is on play or at end of turn. This card is removed from your deck. There's also Repeating Deflection, which is just block and delayed block. So some block this turn and some block at the start of the next turn. Stillness, which has vulnerable 1, weak 2, and then Zen. So if you are in the Zen state, which occurs after playing 3 cards of the same type in a row, so 3 attacks or 3 skills, in a single turn, I believe, you will enter Zen state, and then this will trigger an extra effect of adding She 6, should you already be in Zen state when you cast it. And then we also have Discipline over here, finally, which also has a follow-up trigger on it, which says follow-up if it will trigger if your chain is currently active and matches the card type, or if you're in Zen. We've also got the starting spell of Vision. Choose a card from your discard pile to place atop your deck, and then the starting artifact is the Prayer Beads. Whenever you enter Zen, increase the value by 1. Whenever it reaches 3, draw 1. You will also have a card chain active. Let's jump in. We immediately get a new booster here as well. I don't know if we need to super pay too much attention to this at the moment. There's Inflict 12 damage if overcharged, trigger +1 times. There's Better Future, block 4, Vision 1, so that we saw already is put a card from your discard on top of your deck. Upgrade the chosen card for the rest of the battle. Clairvoyance, Vision 2, delayed block 10, then deal 6 damage, deal an additional 4 damage for each ability played this turn. The 0 next to it is the amount of abilities played this turn. And then Timeless, this turn, all Future Strike will be inflicted will be converted to She. I'll add those to the backpack, but I'm probably not going to choose to take any of those. I have a couple of cards mastered for this character already, so when you master a card with a character, you have the ability to choose to start a run with it. You always have the ability to choose to start with a health potion, though. I'll take Trance here, though. It's She 5, follow-up, so if a chain is currently active and this matches the chain, She 2, and then if you're in Zen, She 2. Follow-up also triggers in Zen, so if we play this after we get into Zen, we do a lot of She damage. The Void chooses their Guardians and assigns their blessings. We'll find these evil apparitions on the floor 3 vault. We will have a look at these and talk about their meaningfulness a little bit later on. Also, sorry about the, I said there was going to be an episode yesterday and then there wasn't. YouTube did the thing again. You know, the fun thing they do sometimes. Except this time, instead of taking half of the ad revenue I made that month, that is to say a straight half month they just took, this time they took all of it. Just all of the ad revenue that I made at my job. So I was a little knocked off pace that day, as you might expect, possibly. Okay, we can lose 20 max HP here. Sorry, another housekeeping thing I need to get through here at the very top. I'll make a video, an updated video, I guess, about that situation later, but oh my god. 46 days straight Every single person who watched me was apparently an invalid due. 46 days straight now. And hell, it'll probably happen next month. Anyway, let's focus back on the game for a second here. I don't mean to make this the Rhapsody rants hour about that kind of thing, but I did want to give an update because there are a lot of people asking about where Vault of the Void specifically was. The final thing I want to say is currently there is no music playing in the background, and that is by choice. The reason that I've done that is because currently the music is getting flagged on YouTube as content ID. So if I had have uploaded it with the music, then I would not have any ad revenue made on the video, which is different to the current because of... Oh, why? All right. Okay, I cannot control my mouse at the moment. It's fine. This is the tea leaves. Praying for greed at shrines will give you 1 upgrade point. This used to give you 2. It was very, very powerful. I'm going to lose all the cards in the backpack in order to obtain a rare artifact here. That does lose trance right now, but I'm okay with it. The rare artifact is when an enemy is brought below 50% HP, apply 3 weak and 3 vulnerable to them. Because we're going to be overwhelming enemies with She, that's not actually really going to be useful for us at all, unfortunately. Okay. So stability has the opener ghost. So we can see here the chain. So if I go... Throat Cutter, we deal 2 damage to it, we deal 4 She. It also gets a point of fatigue because it has 4 She and 8 current health, so it's equal to 50% of its current HP. When you inflict future strike damage to a target, it will inflict an additional time equal to the target's fatigue, and a creature's fatigue is also added to any She that it suffers. So I'll just kill that unit outright there. Then use another stability to start attacking the Void Enchantress over on the left-hand side. And then, I don't really need to block for next turn anyway, because we have 0 incoming. Great. One easy kill there. We really don't need to worry about this one either. Forgot to purge the cards in my hand. Oops. Come on, lethal. Don't have to worry about it. We get our perfect victory there as well as clarity that I don't really want. Add 2 temporary cards of a card from your discard to your deck. Expel, Chaotic Blur. Opener, slow 1, block 3. Follow up, inflict 4 damage and apply vulnerable 2. Interesting. I'm going to take Echoes of the Past just in case it's super useful for us later. But I'm also not going to hold my breath to upgraded copies of it to your discard pile. Clarity has Foresight. Choose a card in the deck. It becomes foreseen, meaning it'll cost 0 energy to play. When it's played, it will remove that, and it also removes that when the battle ends. Foresight is stripped on play, meaning that clone or ghost copies won't retain it. Okay, that makes sense. I'm going to start just upgrading some of the stabilities in the deck to get a little bit more damage on them. If you have Overcharge, inflict another 8 damage. Okay. Probably not really going to get Overcharged in this deck, but still. Nice to see it. This creature will deal 2 damage whenever it's the target of an attack card. So I should try and get through this without attacking that then. And in fact, I don't think that's too difficult for us to do. So I got 9 block coming in next turn. Yeah, the Hellmongrel here is going to be 100% of the completion here as well, so we'll be fine. Might as well only block once. Again, we only have 5 incoming. Or 4 incoming, but we've got 5 delayed blocks, so we'll already block that at the start of the turn. And then we should be able to kill both of them this turn. Yeah. Easy. Get another perfect victory there with another upgrade point attached to it. We've specifically chosen to move around this map in a way that will get us as many upgrade points as possible as well, because I never make the choice between two when I go around this cycle here. So because there's a gap in the middle of the map, we talked about this in the tutorial. I said that I was going to talk about movement a little bit more later on. And because there's these gaps in the map, they create interesting scenarios where you do not have to choose between two things in order to advance. So you can kind of curl around them in order to get a lot more value out. So I can curl around there, get to there, probably go down, up, 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 down. Like, I can curl my whole way around the map rather than just like move as quickly as I can in order to try and get extra value. I like things like this where you get the ability out of smart pathing to eke out extra value. A significant amount, in fact, out of extra value. Use strike 4 twice, follow draw 1. I'm mostly focused on stacking Shi at this point. At least get one of those off for the 5 block we need next turn. We've got burning, that's fine. We purge cards pretty commonly. So burning is suffer damage equal to burning at the start of your turn. Purging cards reduces burning by 1. However, I can't do that right now, so instead I'm just going to defend to try and actively defend against it. I guess the gamble I'm making is that we're going to be fast enough to get the kill in time, right? Okay, I'm going to use vision here and put the stability and another stability back on top of the deck. The idea here is I'm going to try and kill next turn. Yeah, that burning is just stacking further and further up. This is very much a race. I went up to the corner because I have seen a secret room once when I went to a blank space and it was like, oh, there's a secret room adjacent here. Unfortunately, I saw it in my very first run, so I didn't know what to do with it, and I didn't really mark down in my mind the impact of it, the effectiveness of it. Whoops, my bad on that one. That Black Voidstone is huge. We don't want to use it on anything right now. We can't give it to anything that already has Ghost. You can't get a second copy of Ghost on it. However, if I purple Voidstone one of these stabilities, then both times I play stability, that is to say, if I use that as my opener, both of them will give me a stack of overcharge. So effectively, my energy gets fixed for 3 turns, 4 turns. Gets fixed for a while. Whenever you draw an Infection card, all creatures with this ability gain 1 AP. Infestation. If a creature with this ability is alive after you draw your hand, 1 Infection card will be added to your discard. Okay. Oops. So the next cycle of our deck is going to get real dangerous. I'm going to proactively block for 5 next turn against the 6 incoming. You can see we trigger Overcharge on that. We get the Ghost copy back in hand. We've got the Overcharge there. And then you get another Overcharge. See? 2 stacks of Overcharge. It's the way it's got to be. I'm actually going to play the follow-up there. Keep my perfect. Unfortunately, they will get 1 resummon on the board. But that's okay. By killing this one over on the left, I'm pretty sure... Oh, it was not enough damage to actually kill the other infected one. That said, we've got 0 incoming damage, so we get another free turn. And then, after that, if we kill on that turn without defending, but still get the kill, we get another free turn. Free turns galore. Every time we play Stillness, we're getting into Zen with Stillness, so it doesn't trigger its Zen effect. You have to be in Zen before you play the card. meet its conditional beforehand, you know? Another perfect victory. We get... Like, she upgrades to have 2 vulnerability, 3 weak, and... Sorry, stillness. It upgrades to have 9 she. Stillness would not be a bad card to dupe, right? Effectively, all of our enemies would be weak forever if we had a duped stillness. But at the same rate, there are so many other cards that if we dupe them, we will just be so much better off. I wonder if maybe it's time to start upgrading a couple defense. No. The speed at which we kill the enemies is actually our defense right now. Best offense is a good defense, you know? Wait, hang on. Might have that one a little bit wonky around. Okay, this one's good. So these enemies have Under His Eye, the passive. All attack cards played against this creature will heal them for 2. They also gain 1 frenzy at the start of their turn, so they get extra multi-strike. They attack a amount of times equal to their frenzy. So, and these holy fires are inflicting burning too. Interesting. So one of them is already almost dead. That's good news. We can also hard block for the next turn already. That's also good news. You are praying, which is clear all negative debuffs. That will not count the she. Again, not count as a debuff. Very important. Otherwise, she would kind of be garbage. Okay. We've got 7 incoming next turn, so I block for 10. Okay, we had the kind of speed that we really needed in order to get through this. One more perfect victory. This one's interesting, though. Block 12, sift 1. So sift is send a chosen card from your deck to your discard. So yeah, I'm definitely going to take that, and I'm going to upgrade it as well. We'll throw it instead of a defend. Rigged, no. Okay, draw a card and discard a card is actually really good on stability because it means that, again, if you use the stability as the first one, you get 2 different triggers of draw a card, discard a card, and you can make sure that, you know, you don't end up with cards in your hand that you don't think are going to be useful. Unfortunately, if I went down now, I could go to the shop, then I could go to the mob room and across. But I would have to... I mean, I miss out on the shrine, but I get to curl past everything. Okay, never mind. I miss out on the shrine. I curl past everything else. That was the original plan anyway, right? Inflict 12 damage. Recur 1 random non-weakness card. There's also Supernova. Inflict 18 damage to all creatures. Slay to overcharge by 1. She 12. Zen gain 1 energy. Spirit Essence. The upgraded version of it would also give Chain 1. Wow. Chain 1, that's the first time I've seen that. Increase chain by an extra amount? Yeah. Why would I need to... I mean, I guess if I cast this as the start of the turn, the chain matters. I'll definitely take it. Deceleration, apply slow 1. Again, a removal of their stack of frenzy. If the target is already slow, apply 2 weak instead. There's also rinse and repeat, recur the top card, and second chance, deal 20 damage, slay, draw 2. The upgrade of that is also gain 1 energy as well. Deal 25 damage, and yeah, the slay also gives you an energy. Another dragon whelpling. Inflicted, or we can inflict damage equal to the future strike, and then set future strike to 0, but we're not really going to be doing that here. Not really going to be doing that one. Spirit Essence. That does seem like a really good charge for the Black Void Stone. Fine. It's too good to turn down. Thankfully, I might have an upgrade on this one soon as well. We get our 5 delayed block for this turn, preventing the burning damage we otherwise would have taken at the start here. We'll hold Duck and Weave for the next turn because the incoming damage is 20, and that could actually be a little bit problematic for us. Do I want to block for 9 just with a discipline right now? Okay. I block for 9 and then I purge the other one. Figuring, yeah, something like this was going to happen. Let's stability to... I mean, I kind of want discipline played at the end of this turn, so we'll stability as well. Again, removing the next one. Both of those having a sift ability on them. And this is she for extra energy. Okay. Stop with that. Spirit Essence 2 times here. We get to discipline and then reflecting... We get to block all of the damage this turn and then also all of the incoming next turn as well with that. That was really good. That was well handled, I feel. Also, quickly about the chain. Playing cards of the same type up to 3 in a row advances the chain until we enter Zen. Cards with chain X will increase our chain by X. So that's what the chain on the other side of the Spirit Essence is for. But also... The thing that I wanted to mention is that you lose Zen after playing 5 cards. So you can't just combo off the entire time. You would need to re-enter Zen. Block 6. Zen, if you have 0 energy, gain an energy. With all of these in the deck, I might now be able to avoid... Yeah, I'm going to take that. With all of those in the deck, I might be able to avoid having to pitch cards anymore. That is to say, all of the things that give me an extra energy. Let's take a Cohesion now. Pass the rest of those. Yeah, if we go to the bottom here, we can see the top one is grayed out. So I would go there and then there. And then I think all the ones behind me would already disappear. So I'm going to go over, up to the mob room. Sorry, I'm not spending much time on the start screens. I do apologize. I'm hoping that I get to describe them in the course of combat a little bit more effectively. We have the Jinxed Leprechaun here. Cursed Clover is the passive. Every time you play 4 cards in a single turn, suffer poison 2. If I already suffer from poison, I also suffer burning 3. Then we have the red caps on either side, which say whenever another creature dies, this creature will gain 2 AP. I think we just target the Jinxed Leprechaun. It's only got 10 extra HP over the course of the other two. Over the other two, rather. So it's not like it's too well defended to do anything to, you know? Especially because it's dead now. I'm going to block 14 next turn because I do not trust either of you. I'm also actually going to use my vision ability here to actually just get 2 aggressive cards back for the next turn because it's possible we just go for the kill. In fact, it's quite likely. What's happening right now is a large amount of the reason why I upgraded so many of my aggressive cards early. Voidling. A stellar creature feeding on strength and life force around it, a misformed creation of the void, which has since discarded its higher purpose, left to wander the halls alone. This being grows stronger for every 4 cards you play in a turn and has the ability to expel your cards. We also have Concentrate over here, which is an ability that gives you 2 energy. I don't think I need any of those. I love it, because, like, we have no damage this turn and no incoming, so these 2 cards are useless to us. So instead, I stability past one of them, and then the other. Okay, so I just got past 2 dead cards. But still, wow. Where's the rest of those? You gain 3 automatic energy on turn 1 and 2 automatic energy on every other turn, so that's why I keep setting myself to 3 here. I don't have to purge either of those because I was already on 4 energy. Okay, the delayed block cards now can start getting upgraded a little bit. I think it's finally the right season. Okay, we'll take 2 damage in this turn. Rude. I was hoping to perfect the entire run. Bit much to hope for, though. So the cohesion upgrade is literally just take it to 9 block. Ugh. I have so much extra energy on a lot of these turns already. We'll upgrade cohesion later. I'm still going with stabilities. Alright, let's go for an elite fight. Corpse Beast. Over the eons, the remains of countless dead congregate. Of countless dead congregate together. Congregate to weave together a frame construct wrought of the vast amounts of dry and broken bone. The unholy beast will get stronger every single turn. There's another spirit essence. Baby. Okay, 3 discarded items lie in front of us. There is the F, the emergency button here. At the start of each battle round, tick this up by 1. When it reaches 4, all creatures will suffer 2 vulnerable, 2 weak, and 2 slow resets after each fight. There's also knee pads. Every 4th time you gain a delayed block the same amount. And then there's Jade Mantis. The first application of She each turn is doubles. Yeah. Oh, 100% that. What about my course of the past couple upgrades prior to it made you think I was ever going to turn that down? We have Daze here, which are weakness cards, negative cards that are usually inflicted by creatures, but not always. The most common are Voids, Banes, and Dazed. They can't be purged. Scrap means they're automatically discarded at the end of the turn. Destroy means when they are discarded, they're removed from the game. And Daze says they're sent to the top of the deck. They're destroyed at the end of the turn. So I'm going to destroy one of them manually here, and then destroy the other one manually as well. Kind of really hoping I would have gotten an attack while I was doing that. Wah. At least we got 10 block for next turn. Okay. Certainly stability first. And I can Spirit Essence 2 times easily. And sure, I'll just purge the rest. Get the enemy on about half HP at this point. They're not yet fatigued, though. They'll be fatigued extremely soon. If I have anything to say about it. Even if I don't. Because that's just the way the mechanics in this work. Especially with as much energy gain as we have in the deck, I don't think I need to rely on blocking a little next turn somehow. Perfect. Quite literally. Spellchild, a friendly young boy with the ability to impart knowledge of spells to cast. For a cost. Ability to purchase new spells with essence. Check it out. Add a random potion in our backpack. Cooldown 9 or Sunder, apply 2 vulnerable. Well, the damage from She is not affected by vulnerable, so Sunder is not an option for us here, really, at all. Scavenger? I still kind of prefer what I have. So if I go down, I can then go down again. There. Okay, that's the most fights I can get into. Like it. Bring the Thunder. Gain rage 50% X times, where X is equal to your energy. Rage is currently 0%. Oh, sorry, rage. This is the amount of rage it would give you. And then reduce your energy to 0 expel. So this is kind of an X cost card, right? But flavored as a 1. I imagine there might be a reason that it's flavored this way, rather than just having like X as a cost, you know. Okay, overcharge. Block 4 isn't bad to also put on a stability. Just block 8 if I really want to at the start of the turn. And put another Spirit Essence in the deck and cut another stability as well. Okay, Ghostly Piranha as well. The quiet blackness of the pool before you gives off unnerving tones. Beneath the surface, you see a hint of small green glowing shapes darting quickly around the blackness. They get stronger and when inflicted with debuffs or when their allies die, so I take care of whichever I have targeted. I should attack the ones that are not attacking us back. Jade Mantis! The first application of She each turn is doubled. So this gives us the first application being She 3 once. And then it doubles that. So we just need things in the opening hand that have giant She values on them then. Or we just use Spirit Essence as our first She card. It's unfortunate because these have Ghost, right? So they want to be played as the opener anyway. Just gonna set up some proactive defense here. 12 incoming. Between this stability and the repeating deflection, we're already comfortable. One down. Two down. Killing those two in the same turn completed the battle progress bar, which now means that nothing is going to respawn. If I'd only killed one, two would have respawned this turn. So we made life significantly easier on ourselves there. Okay. Tying to Maim. If you have no rage, rage 25% and then another 25%. I believe the upgrade is one of these becomes a 50. Void Maw, an ancient beast stalking beneath the surface, feeding on the energies of the void itself. It is whispered the last thing its victims see is the universe echoed in the abyss of the creature's maw. A single creature fight where the beast gets stronger as I purge cards. Okay, so I'm just going to try and avoid purging cards then. Oh, really? Butts. Okay, I'll purge a turn. I'll purge a card on turn 1, rather. Get 19 block for the next turn. Oof. Had to be the ultimate defensive turn on turn 1 and turn 2. Never mind, we've got this stability. We can start getting past some of these cards. The enemy has Feast on the Void. Whenever you purge a card, the creature's feast value goes up by 1. Whenever it reaches 4, it resets and gains +2 AP. Got it. I might want Duck and Weave next turn. Spirit Essence, easy, Duck and... Okay, yeah. Hopefully I don't get any openers, stabilities here. Cool. So I don't feel bad about using Spirit Essence as my first card of the turn. Then we block 2 times over and, yeah, get rid of one of the cards that's not particularly aggressive here. Because it feels like we can probably kill in the next turn with a decent draw. Apparently that counted. I really wouldn't have thought it did. Get another mob here and battle plan. Just draw 2, discard 1. Like it. Yep. Other than that, it's the same Hell Mongrels. We've seen them earlier on. They've got higher stats because we're fighting them later here. But other than that, they are well and truly the same. That's a garbage opening turn. At least we have the 15 block already set for the next turn, but yikes. So the Forsaken Puppy over here whimpers, inflicting 2 Banes into the deck. One down. This will complete our chain. Two down, 3 down. Easy. A hell of a lot of potions here that we're not using yet. So this down here is a cursed item. Some items are tainted with the Void's dark essence, though they may come with many benefits. They also carry their own misfortunes. But I'm going to be going instead to the Soul Collector here, who uses essence as currency. Because I have 24 soul. Should mean I can buy basic... Yeah, Stoic Mask. Whenever you enter Zen, draw 1. The rare relics, save, Execution Order, which isn't good for us because we don't actually attack enemies. Most of the rare relics are really, really good. There's also an uncommon here, which is the first time you play a card that contains a green Void Stone. The first card you play... Not each turn. This has got to be each combat then, right? First card you play that contains a green Void Stone will be returned to the top of your deck and you'll gain Overcharge. So green Void Stones make a card rigged, which puts them in your opening hand. So this effectively just means, like, if you have something you're setting up for, like a buff card, like you might consider it a power or a perma buff in a different game. If you have something you're setting up for like that, you get to set up for it twice. There's also Leather Gloves. Each time you purchase an ability card, inflict 2 damage to the enemy with the lowest HP. Each time you purchase an attack card, block 1. We'll take the Stoic Mask. Blue Void Stone as well. Do I want another one of these? No. Like, I do, yes, but I'm not going to take it instead. An aggressive fight that stacks both poison and increases their own frenzy can be tough to withstand their attacks for too long. Good, because I don't intend to. I do not intend to let them attack me for many turns. Incoming damage 2 next turn, so I'll pre-block for 5, just in case we get no defensive cards whatsoever. Not that that's possible. Or likely, rather. Okay. I'm gonna open with Stability, drop the Discipline, use a Spirit Essence for the easiest kill ever. Another one over there. Another one over there. Yeah, Spirit Essence is so powerful. Add all cards with Foresight cast on them to your hand. So if you have a heavy Foresight deck, you can then use Mind Over Matter to just blow up the enemies in a single turn. Ooh, Supernova. And it's up against Bruce. Creature's immune to vulnerable and can also heal from bleed. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's relevant to me right now. For every 6th ability card played, gain 50% rage. We have some attacks in this deck. The stabilities are attacks, but they inflict majority. Like, they do 3 damage, so like with 50%, I mean doing so little extra. At the start of combat, choose a card from your deck to add to your hand. Lose 1 energy. I mean, just every single fight choosing an opening hand is pretty good. Or choosing an opener. Seer's Eye, mousing over a mob room will allow you to see which mobs await inside. On second fight, you'll start with... Sorry, every second fight, you'll start with stealth, meaning the creatures also miss their first turn. I like that a lot. I think that's going to give me the ability a lot of the time to just not really involve myself with what the enemy does at all. Wave, get rid of the repeating deflection there. Whew. We're getting pretty well set up, it feels. Stability past that. So you can then Spirit Essence. That's 2 turns in a row. Okay, does this chain sustain to the next? Okay, so the chain does not sustain to the next turn. Interesting. So a card that has both opener and follow-up. Like, I don't really know how I would trigger both at the same time. In fact, it's possible that the idea is that you only trigger one. This isn't good. Sift past the discipline and just get extra energy for the next turn, I think. We have no incoming damage either on that turn, so really don't want to just hold things there. You have to discard one card. I'll happily do that. Two of the cards in this deck are Spirit Essence. Yeah, so we definitely have the kill upcoming. If we get into Zen, then we draw 2 cards here. Wow, that's wild. I didn't play optimally there because I was like, yeah, I've got the kill. That's my bad. Slightly different version of that turn would have killed without taking damage. So Supernova, and then we have the Guardian, handpicked by the Void itself. We can see the Guardian up here the entire time. Is there anything in the deck that I really want to manage right now? No, I'm pretty comfy. The Lady of Curses, Grandma to Evil itself. She survived throughout the years by feeding off of the curses inflicted to her countless victims, lured by the call of the lake. Her strength and damage is proportional to the number of Banes in your deck, which she hands out frequently, accompanied by totems that can grant fortitude, inflict burning, plus a number of other effects. So killing a totem is 40%? It might be worth killing totems then. Whilst this creature is alive, all Banes inflicted are dealt straight to your deck. So not my discard pile, but my deck. And whenever I draw one, it gains 2 AP and I suffer 2 damage. The Spirit Ward over here just heals the Swamp Venturous. This gives us burning. I don't want burning. Put both Spirit Essences back atop the deck just so we insta-kill whatever she summons. Protect. Protect is grant Swamp Mistress Fortitude equal to 5% of her max HP. Fortitude is just temp HP. God. Actually getting really close on the Swamp Mistress, just targeting right now. I think I'm going to turn around and just do that then. But I also did just use my most effective She abilities. That said, I'm stacking She, right? So I don't really care about the fortitude of the enemy that much. And when we end up killing the Swamp Mistress, 50% of its She split among the other 2 enemies will kill them immediately as well. Actually, it's also a Guardian as well, so as soon as the Guardian dies, everyone else does as well. Hey. So we get a bunch of rewards here, but we also get a new spell, Par from Pain. We also get 2 upgrade points, 2 random Void Stones, or 10 max HP additional. I'll take the upgrade points, thank you. Definitely hit Spirit Essence. It's feeling like maybe it's a repeating deflection now. Should I look at my discard pile just in case? Supernova. Inflict 24 damage to all creatures. Slay Overcharge 2. The problem with that is, like, as much as I would love to cast Supernova, if I have a bunch of She on a target and then I do damage to that target such that the She now is greater than their current remaining HP, I don't believe it counts as a slay trigger. So this would really just be a large AoE attack. And a large AoE attack's not bad, but it's not necessarily what I'm looking for. I'm going to take a Clairvoyance upgrade here, just make it a little bit better in terms of its defense, and then cut a repeating deflection for it. It is 15 delayed, but it's also got Vision 2, which can be really useful. 1, 2, 3. So if I go there, then I can't go up. So if I want to go as many spaces as possible, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I chose that, then I wouldn't be able to go to the elite anymore. Okay. Ooh, Spirit Walk. This is Ghost as well, so it dupes itself. I have to go to that space. Servants of the Void, these wretches serve as an embodiment of the Void's voice. These nattering things are abhorrent, twisted body and soul by the horrors their whispers. Fight tips: high spike damage, and some creatures in hitting with high frenzy, whilst others hit with high AP. Killer order is very important here. Got it. So yeah, the assassin over on the left that has 3 damage and 2 frenzy. We've got the knight with 6 damage and 2 frenzy. It's also got slam, inflict 1 daze, then attack. And then priest is going to buff both of them with 1 AP, as we can see here. I was going to double the effect of that with the Stoic Mask. Yes, it does mean I miss out on the opener here. I'm okay with that. I've made my peace. So get one of them down on turn 1. We generate 14 block for turn 2. Wait, what happened? Oh, right, that was my stealth turn. Okay, but it still said I had incoming 18. Why did it say... Maybe I looked at the wrong thing. So that killed that, and then stillness, stability. Oops. There we go. All works out in the end. Let's have a look at this cursed item. Lower all negative conditions by 1 for each leftover energy at the end of the turn. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll take that item. We accept its curse by taking it as well. The curse, as we saw, was the addition of a void card to our deck. Treasure. First come, first served. Choice of card rewards, along with some essence and chance of upgrades. I don't really care about that discipline, so I'll go to the treasure instead here, I think. Each time your discard is reshuffled, Echo Wall 2. Echo Wall is any damage inflicted by a creature will be dealt back to the attacker after their action. The value ticks down by 1 at the start of the turn. There's also Bulwark here. Each turn, draw 1. The first time a block card is played, expel. Let's take Bulwark. It upgrades to cost less, and then I can put it in my opening hand as well. Spirit Walk gets to 17. That doubles to 34 She on application. And it ghosts back to our hand. So I can put, 2 gems in it, get a 2-banger effect out of the gems. Spirit Walk definitely wants an upgrade. It's just, do I upgrade Bulwark first? Yes. Oh, sorry. We'll also look at Power from Pain. Gain rage 25% a number of times equal to the amount of weakness cards currently in your deck and discard. Also adds 2 cards to your discard. 2 Banes to your discard. It's got a 3-turn cooldown. Okay, so we could swap to this power. Here's an example. We would swap to this power if we knew the enemy was about to put a bunch of Days and Banes and such into our deck. We swap to this power in order to go into that fight and then utilize the effect of it. But at the moment, let's go over to... where is it? Bulwark, Bulwark, Bulwark. There we are. And then I'm going to rig that to go in my opening hand. And then I'm also going to cut a stability from the deck. And you know what? In fact, I'm gonna cut this stillness as well, and I will add a... Where are you? Just put you in the deck. There we are. Spirit Walk. So this shrine, I have the ability to heal back up for 30%, or I can Blessing of Greed, get 500 essence as well as 3 souls, or Blessing of Cleansing to remove 2 weakness cards from the deck. I actually might pray for Cleansing right now just to remove 1 card from the deck. It's like... Yeah. I still think it's probably a good idea. A questionable gentleman selling artifacts for essence. And we can actually afford each of them if we wanted. Nice. Well, not all of them, but... okay. A cloaked figure approaches. A musty spell of decaying flesh permeates the area around him. Groaning, the figure reaches into his cloak, producing a collection of artifacts which he has neglected to remove the bloody remnants. Neglected to remove the bloody remnants of their previous owners. We have delayed block over here. There we go. Each time you play a block card, gain delayed block 4. Double the essence gained from combats, including perfect victory bonus. That is very big for us. Applied 2 Future Strike to a random enemy at the start of each turn. I'm going to take the mirror, and I'm going to take the 2 Future Strike. Before going to the submerged fight here. In the crushing black of an ancient deep lurks a hungering evil that forever gazes upwards at the rippling veil above. Its prey become macabre puppets, tethered for eternity, serving as shrieking nourishment that can only watch on as their putrid fingers ensnare any who wade near. The group of creatures has the ability to limit my rage, and they have the ability to haunt me. I don't grow rage, and I don't really care about haunting. I'm pretty sure haunting is just you discard your card, your hand at the end of turn. And I already, like, very, very aggressively empty my hand. Gloom. Whilst this creature is alive, your rage is capped at 25%. This creature is always vulnerable, however, it can never be weakened. And then whenever this creature is destroyed, it will inflict 10 damage. So Bloated should ideally be the last one we kill if we have the ability. Only if we kill the deep first do we actually stop the respawns here. I'm actually going to try and go for that. I'm going to drop that stability. Go for this one. There we go. Okay. Then burn the repeating deflection, use Bulwark. Use Cohesion to get my energy back. Then we double Spirit Essence and finally Clairvoyance to get a Spirit Essence as well as a stability back atop the deck. Oh, and then it immediately drew one of them as well. Do I need to cast that this time? Maybe I purge it. I should have purged it. I forgot that I was about to draw and discard the card that I put atop my deck. It's okay. It happens. It happens. It'll certainly happen a lot here in the early episodes. I can guarantee you that much. Ghost that one back to hand, and then... do it again. Huh? Why was this back in my... Huh? Hang on. Inflicted 30, death transfer, spirit walk. Yeah, we used the first spirit walk, and then it ghosted back to my hand, and then we used the second one, and it's back in my hand. How? Huh? Why this allowed? Why? Why can I do this? I'm glad, but why? How did that happen? Upgrade the spirit walk with the extra damage there. There's no way to get the elite as well as the soul collector here, I don't believe. Fine. Go to the shrine and pray for greed so that I can make sure that I can use the... Wait, hang on. If I avoid the treasure, I can do this. Right? That. To there. To there. To there. Then go back along. Okay, cool. Right? Yes. Yes. In this damned place, somewhere within the endless gloom, deceit has found embodiment of a fiend draped in a temptress skin. Encountering her is to wade through a sucking bog formed of her false words and hollow assurances. This creature randomizes the cost of all cards in hand. Her AP is also randomized. Got it. Purify a diadem. After purging 2 cards in 1 turn, reduce all debuffs suffered by 1. We already have the ability to remove pretty much all debuffs as long as we have energy at the end of the turn, so no. I mean, we purge cards to gain energy, and the other thing that we have also says for each energy at the end of the turn, remove a stack from each of your debuffs. So both of those are kind of like in the same field in this run as to how they would help us, so I don't need either. The Dwarven Beard Knot increase the gain of runic power. Runic power is the power that you use in order to unlock more void stones, I believe. And then there's the Keg of Lucky Rum. After each combat, you'll always find a potion. I'm going to take the Keg of Lucky Rum because I don't believe anything else there is actually going to be useful. Bulwark's 1 cost, nice. And play Bulwark, and then I'm going to sift past probably something cheap but ineffectual. Let's put Spirit Essence and Stability back atop the deck. I'm just going to go straight for it. So the incoming okay, so the CSI just skipped the next turn. The incoming was what would have been incoming, but it also looks like they changed their attack. Interesting. Okay, good. Good. Just need to make sure I knew how it worked. Why is this? Why? Spirit Walk. Whenever you play a card with Ghost, a volatile copy is added to your hand. Wait. The copy gets Ghost? That's why this is possible. Yeah, I can't purge the last one. Okay, that card is ridiculous. Yeah, it's the single reason why I was able to do that whole thing. Oh my gosh. Archaos. Archaos, beast of the elements, the avatar of their power, strides forward as yet another champion lost to the void's inexorable corruption. Around its neck glows pendants of earth, wind, and fire. and water. Their once natural balance hangs tortured in the thrall of their captor. A balanced fight has the ability to inflict burning and large amounts of fortitude. They also have a wave of focus. Inflict She 5 to all creatures. Solo trigger +1 times. This also upgrades to trigger an extra time when soloed. This is a really, really, really good She card in my opinion. It's the other She card that I have mastered, and there's a reason for that. It is so good. Let's play the Bulwark before I play Stability. So Stability gave me block, but was it not considered a block card for the sake of Bulwark? Ah, of course it's not considered a block card. The block cards have the word block on them. They are a card type rather than a card that gives block. Got it. Colloquially, we would think of it as a block card, but that is colloquially, right? Let's get the Spirit Essence and Stability back on there. Love it. Oh, I should go through the enemies as well. Whoops, my bad. Shield Wall. All creatures gain fortitude equal to 10% max HP. There's also our cows over here, who's giving us burning 3 at the moment, and then the left arm that's just attacking for a giant amount. Stun. At the start of your turn, lose energy equal to your stun value, removed at the start, or removed at the end of your turn. Unfortunate that. Stability into a Spirit Essence. Just go again. And we even got 2 overcharge. Okay, so we'll be a bit more comfortable. Even if we had have gotten stunned this turn, despite the fact that we didn't. 17. Yikes. Thanks for all that incoming damage, friends. I mean, it feels like I just keep going. No. No, it's too possible that screws me up. However, I will keep the Spirit Walk in hand and then just do it next. Of course I'm not going to keep it in hand. It's volatile. Ryan, you knew this. The whole time. I mean, Spirit Walks back. And it's better than ever. Got him. The beast lies before you. Whenever you suffer stun, as you notice 4 beads laying on the floor, snap free from the creature's necklace. Whenever I suffer stun, delayed block 5. Whenever I suffer burning, delayed block 3. Whenever a blue void stone triggers, delayed block 2. I have 2 copies of that instability. Do I not have any others? I could have sworn I had a lot of blue void stones already out there. Okay, just those 2 apparently. And then Waterbead, whenever you suffer daze, 4 block. Let's take the Airbead, I guess. It's the only one I can see getting myself to actually utilize. Battle plan upgrades to be draw 3, discard 2. Concentrate now gives you overcharge. Okay. It used to be 4 energy that would give you. Future Strike 7 twice. If Zen or the target is slow, trigger +1 times. So +1 times would be another 2 Future Strike 7. If this is on someone with fatigue, they would be Future Strike 7 by 6. 42. Now, Future Strike. At the end of every even-numbered turn, before your threat triggers, a creature's Future Strike will trigger, inflicting damage to it equal on the amount of its build-up. When Future Strike triggers, affected enemies suffer 1 fatigue. All right. I think I think we're just going back to the deck, and I think probably the final upgrade on stability here. I'm forsaking so many defensive upgrades. Is that right? That can't be right, can it? But I already generate defense really effectively. Ornate Fork. Whilst in Zen, playing an attack gives delayed block 3, playing an ability gives future strike 3 twice to a random enemy, or playing a buff or weakness does block 6. That's huge. There's also the Penitent Seal here. At the start of each turn, block 3 for each unique debuff that you are suffering from. And finally, the Smelling Salts start each fight with Echo Wall 2. I'm going to go for the Ornate Fork and then the Smelling Salts. I feel very confident as a result of that. The Council. Sitting behind the veil of shadows, they survey all with a dispassionate glaze. Glaze. They're just dispassionately glazing everyone like a incredibly malaised Krispy Kreme worker. Their intent is clear as the gloom, as they pull strings in the name of the void. These creatures will become stronger as I draw out weakness cards, which they give them myself. They can also become quite vengeful if I kill one, but do not follow up on it. There's also enough over here, which is a giant block card that gives us overcharge as well. Don't need anything to change against this. They all have the same. They're also all Prey of the Weak, passive. When a weakness card is drawn, they will gain +2 AP. Okay. Don't need any block for the next turn, right? Okay, we'll purge that. Then I'm also going to gain Spirit Essence and Stability back. Great. It should be Stability to start there, then Spirit Essence into Walk, 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 walk. I can't purge the volatile one, dang. I mean, I can't purge anything. I can't do anything. I'm gonna leave the stability in the hand for the next turn, I think. Seems like that one was effective. Let's go here, just in case he's selling anything I want. There's a Wave of Focus. We could get it upgraded. There's a Spirit Walk, which we can also get upgraded right now. God, if I had the ability to generate extra energy, maybe I would go for the Spirit Walk here. Add all cards with Foresight on them to your hand. Purge one, just Foresight one. Ooh, so if you purge this after it's upgraded, you also Foresight. That's interesting. She 10, solo, inflict damage equal to half the target's she. Oh, that matters. That matters, doesn't it? Oh, that matters. Yeah, that matters for the final fight. That matters for the boss. I really hope I get an upgrade here somehow. The Hag, she no doubt offered all sorts of temptations, but in the end, she only ever wanted one thing, a precious soul to add to her macabre collection. Each time you target her with an attack card, she'll reflect damage right back at you. She also gains Frenzy as the fight goes on. We don't have the ability to prevent her doing that with his deck. We are not broad, I think. Each time a creature takes a hit from Future Strike, apply She 1. Every 7th attack card played will also trigger an additional time, and every time you cast your spell, tick the item up by 1. When it reaches 3, the spell's cooldown will be reset. I'm going to take the Band of Power. I think we can use that quite effectively here. I see. When you play an attack card against this creature, before it resolves, you suffer 4 threat. Each time you draw a Bane, this creature increases its frenzy by 1. I see. Oops. I didn't think I was going to immediately be taking it. I thought it was going to be against my threat next turn. They dealt damage to me, but in equal pace, I removed it. I'm going to put Spirit Essence and the other stability back atop the deck. We're looking to kill next turn. 100 damage in a single turn with Spirit Walk still in the deck. It's not unlikely. It's not that it's not impossible. It's not unlikely. In fact, now it is extremely likely. Okay, the Blood Hive. These mounds of congealed gore are the hive for the blood-gripped insects that will stop at nothing to gorge themselves on that precious crimson honey. This creature and its minions can both buff each other, providing a constant choice in regards to target priority. Sanguinisquito. Bloodbag, Scarab, and Blood Hive. Interesting. Enrage the Colony. Every attack card played against the Blood Hive increases the AP of all minions by 1. And killing any of the other minions only decreases the battle progress by 1 as well. So we have to target the Blood Hive. We just have to... Oh God, we just have to do it very quickly. Exceedingly quickly. There's the Spirit Walk. God, I wish I could play it. I'm gonna play Bulwark. Maybe I do just play Spirit Walk here 2 times. I could kill a creature with it. No, but then the creature just gets resummoned immediately, right? Actually, that's what we do. So that if on any turn, those creatures look like they're about to do way too much damage to us, we can just go, not into it, and then prevent them from doing it. Okay. I knew the incoming next turn was really garbage because both of these were just increasing their fortitude and defending and such. And it didn't really matter to me. Oh, I can't even go for the midliner now. Okay, fine. I'll go for each of the others then. Let's get the 5 block next turn, and then just hard purge the rest of it. We're halfway now. We haven't even got any fatigue on the Blood Hive yet, but we are halfway. The new ones that summoned have base AP again, so I'm totally fine with that. Also just going to quickly play that to remove Clairvoyance. Oh my god, I got Spirit Walk. Let's do that 3 times. And get the kill. Blood. Give me blood. Is the spell that we unlocked as a result of that? I'll probably take 2 random Void Stones here. And now we are on the level of the Void. Welcome to the Vault. To fight the Void, you must first beat 2 of his Vault Guardians, each of which will grant you a unique blessing. 4 of them stand before you. The choice is yours. So left to right, we have the Obsidian Golem. Start the fight. We will get the Blessing of Stealth. To start the fight with Void, with Stealth, and full energy. If I have to fight 2 Guardians here, I'm going to use the Seer's Mob. Wait, no, it's not a mob room. Every second fight you'll start with. Yeah. I don't know if the CSI is going to work here, but I was never going to get it to work on the Void. But Obsidian Golem will, and we start with full energy as well. We also have the Blessing of Energy during the Void fight. At the start of each turn, gain Overcharge 1, increase your max energy by 1. We also have, when fighting the Void, you'll gain 6 delayed block at the start of each turn, and then finally, the Void will take plus 20% damage taken. The only two that matter to me are over here on the left, because both of those are ineffectual with the strategy that I'm running, the she. And the fact that I already have way too much block to really worry about the Spider's Nest. So let's go Obsidian Golem. Let's also look at the deck manager first, because we have just an absolute rainbow over here. We should probably invest them in some things. I'm probably gonna I can use every potion if I'd like in the final fight. So I'm actually quite likely to do that. Spirit Walk. I'm gonna give it Overcharge. I'll explain the reasoning for that when we get into the fight and when I start utilizing it, but I think that's a really good idea. Hopefully it does turn out to be a really good idea, otherwise that's gonna seem like a real daft thing that I just said. I'm gonna get a Cohesion in the opening hand. Give Duck and Weave 4 more block. And none of them need the red Void Stone, honestly, so I'm fine without it. Obsidian Golem, the creature's high health and steady regeneration make it resistant to gradual damage as it powers it up. Crafted from stone fallen from the stars, the Obsidian Golem was conceived to destroy the Void, but like many others, it became blackened by the corruption. The construct lumbers to conflict with the Void Stones infused within its gauntlet, shimmering a radiance of raw power. Start the battle. Okay, creature takes half damage from bleed. They have regeneration equal to 4% of their max HP. The other two have the exact same effect. This one is going to hex us with 1 haunted and 1 hex. Haunted means that Void Stone powers won't trigger while you are haunted. Instead, the haunted stack ticks down by 1 each time you play a card with a stone. And then hex, instead of triggering, the first card you play will be discarded and not played. So next turn rather, we're going to have just difficulty with that. We got 21 blocks set up for the next turn already. I'm also going to pull back both of the Spirit Essences because they are incredible. Ideally, this turn I just play something that's not a Spirit Essence first. Oh my god. Yeah, it doesn't get affected by anything. That was the Hex Prevention. Unfortunately, I also won't be able to dupe with the Void. Ugh, rough. 25 incoming. Oh, there's a Spirit Walk. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm gonna Spirit Walk, Purge, Spirit Walk, Purge, Spirit Walk. I don't have vision! The idea was that I would stack up a bunch of overcharge the first time I used Spirit Walk, and then and then at the end of the turn I'd use Vision to put it back atop my deck, and then next turn I just go off, just endless until it's done. Obviously being a little less than reliable here. I say immediately before I kill the enemy with the same strategy. Then we'll go for the Blessing of Energy over here. I think this is going to be relevant as well. The Star Council, blinded by arrogance, the Star Callers became entombed here with the Void's domain, tormented to forever seek out an escape to the dying stars they once called home. High HP creatures with the ability to go immune after being the attack of a number of the target rather of a number of attack cards. They also prevent you from saving up cards in hand. I'm fine with not saving up cards in hand. That's my thing. I don't do that at all. Ooh, we got Spirit Essence there. Nice. that out. Then just purge those two at the end of the turn. I should also look at the enemies. Oh, okay. It does look like the stealth works as well, by the way. Inflict weaken 3 and haunted 2. Yikes. That's the mind control. Call to the Stars will increase its AP by a random number between 1 and 4. Oh, yikes. I'm happy to purge all of these and go to full energy next turn. We have 0 incoming. Okay. I'll hold. I'll hold. That is to say, I'll hold our hero power. Our spell. Okay. Throw stability, and then... yeah, 2 more Void Stone triggers. Spirit Essence, before we can... Spirit Walk, Spirit Talk. And then at the end of the turn, if we're not sure we're going to continue, we might Spirit Balk. It's my bad. I generated a new draw pile instead of leaving the one that Spirit Walk was in. Hopefully I draw Spirit Walk this turn. That would be incredible, but I did just put 2 non-Spirit Walk cards to the top of the deck, so yeah, I would have been surprised. At least I would have been surprised to naturally draw it. I mean, I do want the ability back up before we get into the final fight, so this might be a blessing that I don't get to kill using the whole ability strat here. I mean, that's pretty good proof of what we can do here, at least. Get another perfect victory there. You can unleash your remaining soul points to inflict damage to the void, so I'll release 11 to do 140 something damage there. Then go into the void. Nothing else to do. Nothing else I really want to change about the deck at this point. Yeah, we got a second red void stone there. Yeah, definitely not necessary. Look, I might as well put them in something rather than just leave them out in the cold, but they are not worth anything to us here. And then in the final fight, draw potion, draw potion, draw potion. I'm going to increase my hand size by 3. I'm also going to get 1 additional energy per turn. I'm going to deal 10 times the floor that I'm on, so 3. So I'm going to deal 60 damage to all enemies at the start of the fight. I'm going to heal up 2 times. I'm also going to get 25% rage every single fight. Because we never used a potion through the entire run, and we had the Keg of Lucky Rum, we had the ability to do this kind of thing at the very end. As we go through the higher difficulties, I have found I get to hold on to potions for a lot shorter of a period of time. You can see all these potions are just going to play themselves at the start here. Perfect. Hand size is extremely increased now. That's an opening turn. We'll start with that stability. get a bulwark out there so that after I use cohesion, I still get to draw. Actually, I can use clairvoyance to draw here, so if I really wanted to, I could just draw one of the cards I just put back. I don't really want to do that. Got 10 incoming damage. I'm already blocked for 16 next turn. That's my bad. Why did I put that back atop the deck? Okay, we've got so much extra energy, and I am going to wait for the Spirit Walk. Hello, found you. Spirit Walk. Spirit Talk. Okay, then I need to play 3 more, right? Yeah. So I'm going to burn those 3. And I'm going to Duck and Weave, remove a defense. Then play 2 defense thereafter, getting us back into the ability to chain out Spirit Walks. Nice. And now, after all of that, I'm going to hit this. I'm going to pull back Spirit Walk. I'm going to pull back the Spirit Essence. Stability? Yeah, stability. Then end my turn. That was the plan. That was the plan with the overcharge in the Spirit Walk, and it's going to come off this turn. What? Gain +1 energy per turn. Max energy is increased by +1 per stack. 6 down, 1 each turn. Your current energy can never exceed your maximum energy. Why did I not get 14 energy at the start of that turn? Thought it was getting 14 energy there. Turns out I was getting none. It's a pretty significant difference between those 2 numbers right there. Thankfully, we had already hard blocked against all of that incoming damage. Okay, then we just get the kill next time. I'm gonna Clairvoyance, make sure that we have 2 pretty good cards atop the deck. And I'm immediately gonna accidentally purge 1 out because I'm a dummy. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the overcharge though. But I do know that the Void is dead. Now that might not have seemed very difficult. It was in difficulty normal. This is the natural kind of like up that we're going to be going across. Here at the very end, we have the ability to master a card. However, I will say that with respect to the difficulty of that in particular mission, I have 1 on normal. I think every run that I've had on normal. I've lost all but 1 run on hard. So the stakes jump in about 1 episode's time. Once you make it to the vault, you have the chance to choose a card to master. Once you master the card, you have a chance to add it to your backpack at the start of future runs. We will master... It's not necessarily a card that you used in the run either, which is a bit strange to me. But we will master Clairvoyance. I think that was actually kind of useful. We didn't use it in this run, but it is a kind of useful card that we might be able to use in other runs to slightly better effect. I will say as well, thank you so much of you for showing as much interest as you did in Vault of the Void, and in particular in accessing the closed beta through the Discord that I linked in the previous episodes thing. It was like maybe an hour or two before they ran out, just out of Steam codes. They got in an extra shipment and then they ran out of those as well. So, thank you so much for flooding the Discord and for becoming part of the closed beta as well. But I do apologize, there will not be any extra availability of those, at least at the moment. I will keep you up to date as any more are released in the future. As soon as I know, you'll know on the episode that releases the day after. Until then, though, my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Vault of the Void, rather. There's a playlist in the description down below with all of my content on the game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.